It's not the start of World War III. It's not Iraq 2.0. There is a risk of backfiring, and we should be honest about that. The question is it worth the risk? Of course, no one wants war, but you know what else no one wants? The Islamic Republic, which controls Iran.
Iranian here, with another pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. In order to understand why Iranians are fighting against the Islamic Republic and want their Shah to return, there are 3 facts that you just have to accept. Number 1, Iran is not a Muslim country, and prior to 1979, we were a modern, secular, westernizing nation. Number 2, the 1979 Islamic Revolution, or as I like to call it, the Islamic coup d'etat, was not an organic movement. It was orchestrated by communists and Islamists, and it was funded and supported by Western nations. And number 3, the Shah of Iran was not a dictator. In fact, the Shah of Iran was protecting Iranians from Islamists and communists. Unfortunately, everyone in the West has just dealt with the historical revisionism that's been put out there by communists and Islamists to justify taking over Iran in 1979 and turn it into an Islamic hellhole governed by Sharia law. So if you're wondering why Iranians are taking to the streets, Islam, wanting to overthrow the Islamic Republic, and calling for the return of the Shah, the current king in exile, His Royal Highness Reza Pahlavi. Everything you think you know about Iran and everything the Western media, communists, leftists, and Islamists have told you about Iran is a lie. Iranian here, with a message for every single American who voted for President Trump. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yes, I don't know if you've seen this new trend with the Democrat Party. I have seen tweet across. When you take a look at this, you can see Mamdani coming out to talk against what just happened. I checked Chuck Schumer. In fact, all this group of people are in one voice. We saw Ohinoma, her tweet, and now this. This should tell you something. AIC saying the same thing. What is happening in the Democrat Party?
Hey folks, this morning, the United States, while this administration launched a major attack on Iran, as I see this, hey, there's no real plan here, and often these things do not go the way people think they do, especially the people that don't serve in the military. Like this president. Often they're the ones that think every solution is to drop a bomb. By the way, this is the guy that got us into this mess anyway. He in his first term, he ripped up the Iran nuclear deal, which then put the Iranians on a path to further enrich uranium. Did that strike this summer that operationally was a success. Strategically, as we see now, not so much. So I'm really concerned about troops on the ground in Iran. We don't need that. We don't need more Americans and trillions of dollars of our tax dollars spent on this. I think the president owes the American people an answer on what is the strategy here. What is the goal? Is it getting rid of the Iranians' nuclear capability, which, by the way, this administration said was obliterated last summer? Or is it getting rid of ballistic missiles? Or is it regime change? We need an answer, and we need a vote in the United States Congress.
Yes, when you take a look at what is happening with the Democratic Party, you can clearly see that these people are totally against what Trump did. When you look at a tweet, I think a letter AIC sent to President Trump, the American people are once again dragged into a war they did not want by a president who does not care about the long-term consequences of his action. This war is unlawful, it is unnecessary, and it will be catastrophic. Just this week, Iran and the United States were negotiating key measures that could have stewed off war. The president walked away from this discussion and chose war instead. President Trump flippantly acknowledged the possibility of American casualties, stating that often happen in war. This is someone who actually could not answer questions few weeks ago about her foreign policy knowledge. Now she is here to educate the President of the United States on it.
I just want to read what exactly the New York City mayor said. Today's military strikes on Iran, carried out by the United States and Israel, mark a catastrophic escalation in an illegal war of aggression, a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. They do not want another war in pursuit of regime change. They want relief from the affordability crisis. They want peace.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I live in New York, Mr. Mamdani. You are more than welcome to come to one of my safe houses. You're more than welcome to come and see my would-be son in the federal court. You didn't even dare to come and face them. Where were you when they sent kids here in New York City? You were crying for your aunt because she stopped using subway for simply in an illusion statement you made saying that she didn't feel safe because of wearing hijab. Really? I stopped using subway because of the would-be being sent to beautiful New York City by the Islamic Republic. I know maybe you and many other people, they hate President Trump, but believe me, this is not the right time to shift your hatred and your anger from President Trump to the people of Iran, innocent people.
We clearly see the minds of people when things like this are happening. When you listen to this lady, she's talking out of experience, pain. That should tell you something. Mamdani is sitting here struggling to express himself in a way that can suit everyone around him is something telling. I understand people have different opinion about all what is going on, and people are actually concerned with this. There is another video I saw. Take a look.
So if you're unable to tell, this is an Iranian woman figuring out that Khamenei is likely, she's speaking Farsi. And when I first saw this, I got chills. I have chills right now rewatching it. And seeing this makes me proud to be an American. The Iranian regime under this man's leadership has been a state sponsor of terror. This regime has consistently made people's lives worse.
And his former ally turned nemesis, I guess, Marjorie Taylor Greene, tweeted this: "This is not what we thought MAGA was supposed to be." Congressman Thomas Massie also writing, "This is not America first." Do they have a point?
No, they don't have a point, and I don't consider them to be actual Republicans, and I don't consider them to be part of the America First or MAGA movement, to be honest with you. They are basically allied against Donald Trump on everything, whether it's foreign affairs or domestic policy. They've
largest Iranian populations outside of the Middle East. You see the gathering there behind her. Julia, how is the Iranian community responding?
Well, this gathering has only grown, Jessica, over the past few hours, since we've gotten here. It has amassed a large number of people in the celebration.
This is a desperate, immoral act in the hopes that he can score a victory and be declared war president. And this political trick will generate support. I truly believe that enough people in this country have learned the lessons of the Vietnam War.
So, look, whether you're not happy about this because you're an anti-war person, which I totally get.
Appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. I will continue to always update, bring you informations like this, please. As of the short clips you see at the end, always you can skip. That is for the white algorithm.
Explain what this is, the words.
Well, apparently, in this document,
our chamber is chanting USA. This is a sick person. The first lady.
I was there, and it was as horrific as I thought it would be.
She wasn't the only one. Look at SOT 35, CNN's Abby Phillip.
But he utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
They're just so disgusting.
Of course, he chose Amy Coney Barrett for the bench. She was one of the justices who did not vote in his favor and did not shake her hand there, ruled against.
All right, these little drama queens. Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. There's the Chief Justice. He did shake Elena Kagan. Here goes Brett Kavanaugh. And there's Amy Coney Barrett. All of them got their hands shaken. to the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in Sot 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes down on the floor, that he did shake their hands there this evening. There were a couple of shots that they showed, one of them making it very clear, including Amy Coney Barrett.
They thought they had such a juicy moment. No, that's not what happened at all.
To get here and to press this country to
the border. I stuck at the border. Go Trump! Go Trump!
Democrats to stand for the slain passenger in North. Our first priority is Americans rather than illegal. On either of those two, I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Viral Patel posted this on X.
People on the left are absolutely losing their minds.
Because now it's our job.
I get suspicious when anybody, whether it's
no one should be above scrutiny.
I think that Whoopi Goldberg, you might want to think.
Isn't their whole testimony?
Don't use it as a
person's home. It's very easy to.
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides. You're
so amazing. And wasn't it so great?
The Supreme Leader of Iran.
The people of the United States are here to tell them.
Y'all, these Democrats don't make sense.